Oregon State quarterback and former Clemson quarterback DJ Uiagalelei has entered the transfer portal. That has greater implications that don't just affect him. I'm going to tell you what I mean after the stinger. It's Felix Sharpe at Sharpe Review on Twitter for CampusToCanton.com. I hope you like the videos that we're putting out. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Help us get there. This is an independent brand. We don't have CBS behind us. We don't have 24/7 Sports or Shannon Terry behind us. It's just you and I. Go ahead and do me a favor. Like the video right now. Subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 3,000. I want to see how quickly we can do it. You guys have been excellent since I actually been asking. We got to 2,000 really quickly. Let's get to 3,000. And if you haven't checked out the website, CampusToCanton.com, you really need to. We've got rankings, depth charts for 133 FBS teams, team profiles. We write a freshman guide magazine every single year. What for? For Campus to Canton Fantasy Leagues. What is that? It's a league that incorporates college and NFL players. I'm not going to talk about that tonight. If you want more information, go ahead and click the link in the description box. DJ U, as he's affectionately known, has entered the transfer portal, and the sources are already showing us potential landing spots of being Florida State and Oregon, or he could decide to enter the NFL draft. Now, while DJ U had a pretty good season under Jonathan Smith this previous season, I don't know that he showed NFL franchise quarterback capability. Of course, he has that howitzer for an arm, a pocket passer who can throw to anywhere on the field, but he still has some trouble pulling that trigger. I think that he's going to use that extra year of eligibility. The places that have already emerged, potential landing spots, Florida State and Oregon. Oregon is interesting to me because Dante Moore has also entered the transfer portal, and Oregon could be a landing spot for him considering that Dante Moore was once committed to Oregon, even though that commitment was really based on his relationship with Kenny Dillingham, who's now in East Lansing. There are ripple effects here. Of course, DJ Uiagalelei was splitting time with one Aiden Childs, and now we've seen Dante Moore, we've seen MJ Morris, and now Dante Moore enter the transfer portal. I'm waiting to hear word on Aiden Childs. If you don't know who Aiden Childs is, he backed up Malachi Nelson, who's Lincoln Riley's quarterback at USC. He backed him up for a couple of years before going to transfer and getting the job on his own. Highly touted 4-star recruit. If he would have started all 4 years, he could have reached a 5-star status. Jonathan Smith got him drives here and there, subbing in for DJ Uiagalelei in Oregon State this year. He's completed over 70% of his passes. I love the plan that Jonathan Smith had for Aiden Childs. The domino effect here is, could DJ Uiagalelei end up at Michigan State? But now that he's gone, Aiden Childs is like clearly the starter there. Should he choose to stay? That's the big news here, in my opinion, is that now Aiden Childs has slightly less incentive to stay because he's going to clearly be the starter. Could he still enter the transfer portal and end up at Michigan State with Jonathan Smith again? That's a possibility. We actually interviewed Aiden in the summer or spring, something like that, and it was his relationship with Jonathan Smith that caused him to go to Oregon State. Of course, Jonathan Smith now in East Lansing, and they've got 2 quarterbacks enter the transfer portal, so Jonathan Smith is looking for another one. Maybe Ben Gulbranson, if he has eligibility left, he'll end up in East Lansing. When these quarterbacks enter the transfer portal, it has major effects because they got to pick landing spots. They want to be starters. So DJU, wherever he is, Florida State has an excellent freshman quarterback coming in Luke Cromanhook. Luke Cromanhook probably not projected to start there right away, but still, maybe DJ Uiagalelei and Luke are there competing for the job. We don't know where DJU is going to end up now, but I think the greater implications are is what it potentially means for Aiden Childs now that he is very clearly the starter there at Oregon State. Let me know what you think in the comments. Aiden Childs, is he going to stay there in Corvallis? DJU, does he choose the NFL or does he stay for another year in college football? And if so, where does he land? I appreciate you liking the video. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. All right, y'all. Peace.